How to log in to Sora. Welcome to the second screencast on using Sora. By now you should have Sora on your home screen. And if you don't, go ahead and go back to the first screencast to show you how to do that. All right, let's get signed in. All you have to do is, to start with, is tap the Sora app. And because in the last step, you already selected Barrington Elementary Schools, that's the screen you're at right now. Touch the green button. My school is Barrington Elementary School. All right, so here's the sign-in part. I'm going to go to another document here to help you with the sign-in. For the school district, it's your Google sign-in. So the important part here, though, is that you are not going to use the @bsd220.org part. So here's an example. For me, when I sign in, my first initial is P. My last name is Miser. Okay? Some of you might have a number after your name. So, and again, it doesn't have to be capitalized. You might have maybe a number after it. If you have a brother or sister or cousin or someone else with the same initials, you might have a number. So go ahead and put that in for your username. Again, you might want to write this down on a piece of paper next to your iPad. Now, your password is your 6-digit number. This is your Barrington ID number, and you're actually going to be using this number for till you graduate from high school in Barrington. In this case, you are not going to put BSD in front of your number. So here's an example. A lot of yours might start with 50. I don't want to put in somebody else's number, so I'm going to put some asterisks here. So you're going to have 50 and the rest of your 4 digits, rest of your 6 digits, so 4 more digits. A few of you might have a number that starts with 04. So you're going to put in the 04 and the rest of your digits. Okay, so your username is first initial, last name. Maybe you have a number. And then there's no @bsd220.org. You leave that off. And your password is just your 6-digit number. No BSD in front of it. All right. So I'm going to put in my username. Of course, you're going to put your username in. Now, I'm going to pause this and resume this because, of course, I don't want anyone to see my password. And just remember that passwords are private. You do not share your passwords with brothers or sisters or friends. The only people that should have your password are your parents. You can share them with your teacher as well, but your teacher probably knows most of your passwords. So I'll be back in a minute. One of the things that might happen when you try to sign in is that you might get this error message. It says something went wrong. Now, if this comes up, I would double check. Make sure you didn't put the @bsd220 on your username and you spelled your name correctly. And if you have a number, that you have that number there. And then retype your password. That often is a mistake kids make by accidentally. Make sure you don't have BSD in front of it and you did all your numbers correctly. Okay, you should have gotten signed into your into Sora. If you're having any trouble, contact your teacher librarian at your school and she would love to help you. I'm finding out that the screencasts at the very bottom and the very top of the screens don't show up. So I'll try to explain in case you can't see it. So when you first sign in, you might be at the bottom. If you look at the very bottom, it says home and it's kind of blue. That means it's selected. All right. And there's kind of all kinds of things in here. There's some books already checked out. You may not have anything checked out there. The most exciting one, I think, at the bottom is Explore. It has a picture of the binoculars. And we just got some new books here from Sora. So they've listed those at the top. And these are new book editions. New audio books. So you can kind of scroll around here and take a look at these. But I wanted to show a couple of things. First thing is, do you see how all these books have the headphones? So those are books that you would read with your ears. So you just listen to it. Unlike some of the other apps you might use like Epic, it's not going to show you the book. It's just going to be listening to the words. So this is a little bit different. Then books that you would read with your eyes are like these you see right here. They don't have the picture of the headphones on here. Now, one thing I want to make clear here is that all the schools, all the elementary schools in the district share these books. So please do not borrow a book unless you really, really want it. And here's the way you can find out, as I'm going to show you how to do a sample of the book. And the other thing that you need to do is as soon as you're done with the book, you need to return it because there may be someone else looking for that book. Okay. So, the other thing I wanted to show you, if you scroll down, there's a lot of things here. If you're interested in starting to read the Monarch books, they're listed here, the Blue Stem books and the Caudal books. And if you really liked some of those from last that we just voted for, the 2021s are still listed here. All right, so back to the top here. And let's take a look at Inky the Octopus really quickly. So you touch the book that you're interested in to find out more about it. And if you look under the cover, you see it says borrow, read sample, and add to list. The main thing I want you to do always before you check out a book or borrow a book is to read the sample. So if you touch read sample, it'll load. There's a bunch of stuff at the top and the bottom. You just touch the middle of the page and swipe. And it will show you a little bit of the book. It's not going to show you the whole book. It's just a sample. All right, so mine looks like it ends after about 5 pages. So if that's a book that you really want, I always forget where to tap. There you go. Kind of tap near the front, or the top, I mean, to get out of the book. So you can click on close. And if that's the one that you really want, you would click on borrow. Remember, when you borrow a book, you're checking it out and nobody else can check it out or read it at that time. So make sure, like I said, that you read the sample first and decide that it's really one that you want. All right, so that's this screencast. And the next screencast, I will show you how to borrow a book and return it, and how to put a book on hold.